Hey, what's going on, guys? So tonight I wanted to talk about the state of the community's reaction to the Halo Infinite trailer. Now, originally this was going to be a different kind of video. I was going to make a video really harping on the graphics of Halo Infinite and the trailer, and I do want to show a few segments of that here. I just wanted to say, I guess I should get my side on this side at least first. I guess, first and foremost, I want to say that I agree with both sides of the argument. I kind of agree with the people saying that the reveal was terrible and that Halo Infinite looks like it's going to have some issues, but I also agree with the side saying that it looks pretty good. And, I can't really find an extreme either way. You know, one of my big problems with the game right now is I know they said that they were doing an older build and all that, but the game looks like shit to be completely blunt. I mean, the facial animations of that brute. I'm going to put up some gameplay from Halo Reach, and then I'm going to put up some gameplay from Halo 2 Anniversary just to show the comparison. But the facial animations at the end of that trailer looked like a 2010 game. It looked like Halo Reach, and maybe even a bit worse than Halo Reach. I literally went back today and I watched a Halo Reach cutscene, and I just looked at some of the graphics of Halo Reach, and I feel like Halo Reach, well, Infinite is a better looking game than Reach for the most part. And I say for the most part because some of those untextured pillars and like those hexagonal pillars, just what are they thinking? I mean, is that some kind of technological thing where the pillars make it easier for the engine to process? I don't know, but honestly, when the new game coming out on the new console is being compared to Minecraft graphically, you're doing something wrong. I mean, that's literally the first thing I said when I saw that trailer. I said it looks like freaking Minecraft, and it really doesn't look good at all. And you'll see in the gameplay that I have here, the facial animations for Halo 2 Anniversary, which is a game that came out in 2014, look significantly better than this. And like I said, I understand they were using an old build, but come on, this game's been in development for 5 years. This is what they choose to do for the gameplay reveal. This is what they choose to bring to us. And not only that, the presentation was just poor. I remember, the two hosts of the show on the Xbox live stream just wouldn't shut up the whole time. Like the whole chat was blowing up, telling them, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. And they're sitting there talking about how the sound quality is so good and they really like the sound effects. Meanwhile, you can't hear the sound effects because they were talking over it. So that's just another issue with the presentation, and I haven't heard many people bring that up. So I just wanted to talk about that. The presentation is just horrible. Like it almost seems like I don't really know what they were trying to go for. Where they were trying to go for like a couch sitting on the couch with your friends type thing, watching the trailer. I don't know. When my friends butt in and they start talking over the trailer, I usually get pretty pissed. But that's besides the point. I think the real issue here is the fact that the graphics look blatantly unfinished. So that's just my take on it. You know, that's just my take. But my other take on it would have to be, all these people criticizing, like, oh my god, I hate the new weapons, which is another thing I want to touch on. I'm going to say something controversial here. I actually really enjoy the new weapons aesthetic. I don't like that they're replacing the old weapons, though. I wouldn't have a problem with all these new weapons if they weren't replacing the old weapons. And from what it seems right now, at least with the shotgun, the new shotgun's replacing the old shotgun, and that, quite frankly, is just bullshit. There's no reason for that, and yeah, I don't get it. You know, I used to play back in 2013, 14, 15. I was huge into Battlefield 4, and that game came out in 2013, and that game had like over 100 guns in it. Why can't we have 50 guns in Halo? I don't really understand that. They better have the classic Magnum, the classic rocket launcher, the classic shotgun, all that thing. People are complaining about the aesthetic of new weapons, but it doesn't look like Halo, they say. But look at the real world. You got so many different guns in the real world, some of which don't even look of this world. You look at say a any Armalite, AR platform versus a Steyr AUG or I don't know, a Sturmgewehr 44. They all look very different, but they're all real guns. So it's just I actually like seeing the variety. I like seeing the differences. I really like how they have both the old and the new grunts, which is something I've been saying that they should have had since Halo 4. You know, my big thing with 343, okay, they want to redesign some of the stuff. Why don't they have a mixture? Because lore wise, it would make sense since the Covenant kind of fell apart and now it's all these splinter factions. They kind of get a hold of what they can grab. You know, they don't have such a uniform presence anymore. It would make sense for them to, have a bit of both of mixture. I like the Elite's armor. I like the Brute's armor, despite it being too bright and plasticky looking. But like I said before, the facial animations not good at all. The lighting not good. The texture popping is unacceptable. I mean, the fact that again, this is a product you're trying to advertise on your new system, and you're going to have texture popping. I mean, what year is this? 2000, 10, 11? I mean, come on. The other thing, though, that I would say that I feel like some people are being way too negative about is they keep, I saw Favin's video recently, and I like Favin. I like his content. I like, what he does usually, but I really had to disagree when he was complaining about the grappling hook and saying how it, basically destroyed the sandbox and it limited your options because it made movement easier. I could see where he was coming from to a point, but at the same time, I feel like a grappling hook would open up a lot of options. And this is coming from someone who, by the way, hates Halo 5. I hate Halo 5 in every sense of, yeah, I hate that game beyond belief. I hate the advanced mobility system, and the reason I hated the system in Halo 5 is because I feel like it just intrinsically broke the game. And Favin said it in his video, and I agree with him completely here. You have an instant one-shot attack from above with ground pound, then you have an instant melee with Spartan charge, and then I mean, I think he had referred to Thruster as your get out of jail free card, which I actually disagree with. I never found Thruster that useful. I always thought that the unlimited sprint was the problem. But there's the thing too. I don't really have that much of a problem with sprint. I can see why it changes things. I can see why things are different, but I really don't have that much of an issue with it. My issue is when it's unlimited and when it's super fast, like it was in Halo 5. It's just you get into a gunfight and then you can just sprint away, and it ruined that multiplayer for me. That and Spartan Charge completely ruined the multiplayer for me. And the ADS was kind of cheesy, but whatever. My bigger concerns right now are it's already been confirmed that the rec system is coming back in Halo Infinite, and I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about their whole 10-year plan, the games as a service plan. I'm more concerned about that, and like I said, the graphical quality of the game is not looking good. But gameplay-wise, honestly, Infinite looks like it could be pretty fun to me. I mean, we've got, the grappling hook thing looks cool. The throw in the fusion coils looks cool. The way the AI reacts looks very cool. There are things that I would change. There's a lot of things I would change, especially in the visual department. But I really don't understand this massive amount of negativity. I understand where they talk about Halo's, classic formula. And, Favin's video, he talks all about how he feels like this is just an uncomfortable compromise, in between what the old fans want and what the new fans want, and no one really gets what they want. But I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe that's what we need. I've always felt that Halo needed to evolve, and I've been playing Halo since Combat Evolved. I have played every Halo game. I've beat, except with the exception of Halo Wars, I've beaten them all on Legendary, in some cases multiple times. You know, I love Halo. I have all the Halo books on my shelf. I've read through most of them. I literally have the Halo Action Click Scarab, which is an absurdly expensive prop. I know this is really not that relevant at this point, but the point is, I am a super fan of Halo. I always have been. And I'm not one of those people that'll just buy and love Halo just because it says Halo on the box. Again, I hated Halo 5, was not a big fan of Halo 4, and back in the day, I really criticized Reach a lot too. But, I think Halo does need to kind of change. We can't just see a re-release of Halo 3 with new graphics. That's not what anyone really wants. I remember way, way back during when Halo 3 first came out, a big controversy with Halo 3 was it was basically Halo 2, but dumbed down. You had a BR that wasn't as good as Halo 2. Dual wielding wasn't as good as Halo 2. You couldn't dual wield needlers anymore. The campaign felt kind of short to some people. And, yeah, a lot of people bashed Halo 3 back then, but we don't remember that because internet forums and YouTube wasn't nearly as big as it was today. It just wasn't the same thing. So I kind of feel like Halo, despite what everyone else says to the contrary, in some cases does need to kind of evolve. Now, does that mean that we go the route of Halo 5? Hell no. Halo 5 sucked. Halo 5 was just following other trends. Again, this is something I totally agree with what Favin had said about following other trends, and just it doesn't work for Halo. And I agree, this grappling hook thing does kind of look like Titanfall, but at the same time, I think it's kind of cool. I mean, does it need to be in the game? No, but I think could be cool, and it could be an interesting, an interesting thing. And I think from a lore perspective, it's interesting. But yeah, at this point, I'm cautiously optimistic for Halo Infinite. But they got to fix these graphical issues, and quite frankly, I think we should be more worried about the return of a rec system and what kind of, you know, crap is going to happen with microtransactions, because everyone seems to like to forget for some reason. I mean, Halo Wars 2 is kind of the forgotten Halo game at this point because nobody talks about it, no one played it, not a lot of it didn't make a lot of sales. But as someone that played Halo Wars 2, let me remind you if you didn't play it, or inform you if you didn't play it. There was a game mode called Blitz Mode in Halo Wars 2, and Blitz Mode had Blitz Packs, which were basically rec packs on steroids. Now, in my opinion, rec packs in and of themselves were some of the worst and most anti-consumer microtransactions that I've ever seen in the game to date. They were just terrible. Blitz Packs were even worse than rec packs. Blitz Packs had a whole separate game mode developed just for them, and the game mode only had like one map for it too, which was ridiculous. It was clearly just a cash cow, and the game mode could have been fun if Blitz Packs weren't so anti-consumer. But basically, from what I remember, Blitz Packs, you basically had, if you got duplicate cards, it would make those units more powerful. So basically, the more that you purchased cards, the more powerful you would become. And granted, you could earn those cards in-game. And you did earn Blitz Packs a little bit quicker than you did Rec Packs in Halo 5. But it still was just incredibly anti-consumer, incredibly pay-to-win. If someone really wanted to, they could pay-to-win quite easily. And given the fact that, in my opinion, the Blitz Packs were worse than Rec Packs, I feel like we're only going in a direction here that's not going to be good. So, at the end of the day, I'm most concerned about the graphics and the Blitz Packs, and then I've made another video. I don't know if that's going to come out before this video or after this video, but I've made another video talking about how Halo is catering to a younger audience, and it's just kind of lowering, kind of catering to the lowest common denominator here. And I don't know if that's really the right phrasing for it, but it's just catering to the lowest level of players, and it really shows with the quality of the game, with the story, the level of storytelling. I'm more worried about things like that, and I guess that could kind of translate into the game mechanics too. Kids don't want to play games where they're going to get their ass handed to them. They want to play games where they can be good at, where they can feel powerful, where there's an element of random in there, where they could suck at the game and play it for 5 minutes and they'll still be good at it. I don't know. Like I said, I can really see the negativity, but I can also see some more positive and optimistic outlooks on it. I'm really not sure how to feel about this trailer, but like I said, I'm going to remain very cautiously optimistic. Let's hope they fix the graphics. Let's hope the microtransactions aren't too bad. And, yeah, that's really all I have to say for this video. So if you like the video, leave a like on it. If you dislike, leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments below. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know and let me know why, please. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. I upload Halo, Minecraft, and Starbound right now. I'm going to upload more things in the future. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Stay safe as always, and good night.